Let's jump straight into it. Baltic and Time+Tide have joined forces to release a field watch that accelerates into contemporary tastes with an on-trend 37mm case size and an all-black aesthetic. Meet the Baltic x Time+Tide Hermétique Night Mode, which would be among the darkest and most dapper field watches we've ever seen, and something we're really proud to share with the world as part of our 10th anniversary celebrations. The concept behind the watch is simple. We asked Etienne and Clement at Baltic, what is the modern expression of a field watch in a world that, by and large, does not demand military watches? The answer was broader. The answer was blacker. This is a watch to wear in your field of dreams. Whether that's a night drive through the rain-slicked big city, a scene that fans of Etienne's will find familiar, or a pre-dawn run, ride or surf, where the Tropic-style strap and slim case profile will play along nicely. Throughout, the luminescence will truly shine, care of dimensional indices and numerals, comprised entirely of big blocks of Super-LumiNova. When the Hermétique collection dropped last year, it was clear Baltic had found a new expression of the field watch that really resonated. A more casual take when compared to their HMS model, it's proven to be a winner among watch fans thanks to its sophisticated, nostalgic aesthetic, as well as proportions. It's not an out-and-out rugged field watch like you might find from other brands at this price point. It's a prettier beast, with a bit more French je ne sais quoi. That's not to say it's not capable though. Despite its somewhat petite 37mm case and being only 10.8mm thick, including its highly domed crystal, the Hermétique boasts 150 meters of water resistance, outperforming the vast majority of field watches on the market. But let's go back to its looks for a bit. While the Baltic Hermétique was designed to be the perfect meld of form and function, we at Time+Tide thought that by making it just a bit more stealthy, it could look even cooler. So, the Baltic x Time+Tide Hermétique Night Mode features a matte black PVD stainless steel case, which is a first for the Hermétique collection, combined with a matte black dial, which really complements its double-domed sapphire crystal. You could get lost staring into the abyss of this Baltic's dial. Well, you would, except that its indices are made of blocks of C3 X1 Super-LumiNova, the brightest grade of Super-LumiNova, which is yellowish in daylight and grows green in the dark. It's impressive just how bright the night mode's lume is. The contrast between its old-school looks and this extra bright lume is really interesting. It also makes it very easy to read at night. It's interesting because the night mode's railway minute track isn't actually lumed, but because its indices and hands are so bright, you can still make it out, even in mixed lighting conditions. I also love how legible its Shringe hour and minute hands are, as well as its Lollipop seconds hand, which features a pop of blue lume. Another interesting dial detail is a polished steel ring that punctuates the indices, adding a subtle hint of light that plays well with its double-domed sapphire crystal. Under the hood, Baltic has outfitted the Hermétique Night Mode with Miyota's caliber 9039. Baltic uses a mix of Swiss, Chinese and Japanese movements in their watches. This movement is one of Miyota's premium calibers and features a smooth 4Hz beat rate, automatic winding and a 42-hour power reserve. One of the reasons we've always liked Baltic is because they're unusually transparent about where their components are sourced from, a rarity in the watch industry. The majority of their components are produced in Hong Kong, their accessories come from Italy, and in this instance the movements come from Japan. But Baltic assemble and regulate their watches in Besançon, the heart of the French watch industry. Make no mistake, this is a French watch, albeit one with a bit of an Australian touch. In keeping with its blacked out theme, the Baltic x Time+Tide Hermétique Night Mode comes mounted on either a black or khaki FKM Tropic-style rubber strap, which reinforces its retro French look while also reassuring the wearer that this watch is capable of a bit of aquatic adventure. Now, the Baltic x Time+Tide Hermétique Night Mode retails for $1,200 Australian and will be exclusively available to purchase in the Time+Tide Discovery Studio in Melbourne. However, because we know that a trip to Australia is not easy for most of our global community, we will be providing our global tribe with a one-off opportunity to secure their very own night mode via a 24-hour global online sales window, which will commence at 7 AM Melbourne time on Friday the 26th of January. This will be the only time this piece will ever be made available outside of visiting our Time+Tide studio. These pieces will be delivered to customers around the world at the end of April. Leading into this global sales window, there will be the option to register your interest to ensure that you're alerted when the sales window commences. This is one field watch you won't want to miss out on, so get amongst it. Oh, and if you've enjoyed this video and you haven't already, consider subscribing to Time+Tide, as it's the best way to support us going forward, as well as so that we can pen more interesting collaborations like this. Until next time, don't be a stranger.